Hey. We made it to another day. Isn't that amazing? Uh, oh, boy, the longer you're alive, the more things change, whether you want them to or not. I guess you probably already knew that, but in terms of a living situation, um, that's one thing I never did accomplish: stability in my living situation. Who knows? Maybe late in life, but I'm gonna have to move within the next 4 months, 4 to 5 months. That's for sure, and so I'm gonna have to get an apartment somewhere. And I actually don't mind getting out of the bunghole, the dung hole where I live. It's horrible. Uh, if you can avoid an HUD facility, avoid it. Anyway, I'm going to be going down to visit Kim Herschel Whitman in September or October, but I'm thinking September. I found a house for rent during the week, Monday through Friday, in Ocean City, 2 blocks from the boardwalk, for $1,000 for I guess it's 3 nights, 5 days and 3 nights, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. And I can't provoke my children to get in on getting together, on all of us getting together. So I'm looking at one more shot of doing that. I don't expect any results, but I think I'm just going to get the house, me and Harvey, and I'll tell them they can come down whenever they want. Who knows? Pretty disappointing, though. Pretty disappointing. I wanted to include their mother, my ex-wife. The last couple times I talked to her were both times very unpleasant. One was yesterday. She gets home from work. If I don't talk to her before 7 o'clock in the evening, if I talk to her after 7 o'clock in the evening, whatever drugs she's taking really kick in, and she gets impossible to talk to. You know? And that's kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm not put out, really. The idea of her coming down and staying at the house at the shore, I'm not crazy about it, but I guess that's part of being a good Christian. You know, if you're a good Christian, you might be very unhappy because you give and you give and you get what you get back. And this is what's happened to me, especially with my last 2 ladies that I was with for any decent amount of time. What I got back was a bucket of shit in my face. Really bad, the both times. My ex-wife is one of those times. Although I will say this, for what happened there, is that the marriage, she began the divorce proceedings, and then she changed her mind and wanted me back. How do you do that? Like, okay, I'm divorcing you. Here are the papers. I've got another boyfriend right now, and we're through. Goodbye. You're out of my life. 10 months later, she comes to me and says she wants me back. I mean, how thoughtless and stupid and dopey and ignorant can you be? Like, the most important thing to me was keeping my family together, and you just blew it to bits. And you don't even remember that was the most important thing to me. You don't even recall that. So the fundamental thing was we were incompatible. What I wanted was meaningless to her, and she still doesn't know what she wants. She can't. When I talked to her last night, I asked her a question or two about what she was saying, and then she started speaking in tongues. I didn't know the guy do. Huh? Oh my God. And then she has this irresistible tendency to interrupt me and contradict me no matter what I'm saying. Doesn't matter what I say, or just that I'm trying to say something. I'll be quiet and let her ramble for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll try to say something. She jumps in and disagrees with me every single time, no matter what it is. Now, how can I stay around a person like that? I can't. And so, like, but the idea of breaking up the family, I couldn't do either. So there's 2 things that I'm doing. All right, hanging with her and breaking up the family. I couldn't do either one of those things, but they're both opposing. Like they're contradictory to each other. So if I can't stay with her, then I need to get out of the marriage. But if I get out of the marriage, I break up the family. And that, what do you want to call that? Not an oxymoron. It's incompatible. It's irreconcilable. Those 2 things. And so what happens to you then when you're a person of conscience, what happens to you there is you have a nervous breakdown because there's no answers. There's nothing that you can do or say that would turn things around. And so yeah, I started melting down, and it was a good thing. In the end, it was a good thing. Going through it was absolutely brutal, because I found out that nobody really cares. And that includes my siblings and my immediate family. None of them really gave a damn. My father gave a little bit of a damn, and he was on his deathbed too, but he was not a nice person to me at all. Not at all. He just kind of understood and said, yeah, okay. Anyway, my point is, for myself, resolve things. Don't wait for them to resolve themselves, which I've done too many times. When you're in a pinch, it's incumbent on you to resolve it. You may not resolve it in the best way, but resolve it. Don't let it go and fester and become this rotten, decrepit influence on a relationship or your life. And I've done that 2 times when it really ended up with a bucket of shit right in my face from the other person. And I just was like, okay, well, I guess all the stuff we were aspiring to do, that I was aspiring to do, was meaningless. Although I stood up to the challenge, I stepped up to the challenge. I absolutely did. Child support for 16 years, taking care of myself, getting myself out of debt. I'm very proud of those things. I'm pleased with myself. My self-esteem has been in the garbage for a long time, but when it comes to the most important things to me, the most important thing to me was taking care of my children. There's nothing more important than that to me. And I did that in spades. You hear me? Can you hear me? I'm going to talk right into I did it in spades. Did you see I had my tonsils out? Yeah. God. Crazy life. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Peace out.